I don't mind it. I think it should be pretty okay for TNC. Just based off the draft, I'm probably favoring them so far, just because Sven Omni, fantastic combination.
I guess, Pango being a position forward, you can make plays around the Rolling Thunder, but it is 70 seconds, and they don't really have another way to really initiate. Probably see Viper if he wants to go for this ATOS. So is this going to be a little bit difficult for TNC to actually take fights if Armel has a rough game?
I mean, of course, like that's always going to be the case, but oh man, they've actually gone and killed KP. What we were saying they needed to do, right? Perfect ward as well, because with this that they're going to try and give him some sort of stacks, and that's catching essentially two. The one that it actually has vision on, as well as the fact that you're probably going to be pulling this stack closest to the tier 1 tower to the right.
Armel finds DJ coming mid. Meanwhile, Masros just solo kills Gabby up top, but we'll keep our eye on mid as Urgo does end up falling. Mastros is going to be able to run himself away, though. He's got 15 HP regen, so a solo kill on this Ven. Meanwhile, we see that Ogre end up dying mid. They were trying to set up for the Fire Blast into the arrow combo, but wasn't able to find that. A quick tornado kept the Invoke alive, but...
Oh, so close to dying there.
He might still die, though, as Tims comes over the swashbuckle, so hanging around for a little bit too long. We'll pay the price, but...
Raven still looking pretty scary on that Morphling as well. He's already got his Morbid Mask, so he's not going to need to ferry any more regen out for himself. He's going to be able to sit there, farm safely, and essentially DJ can start to make these rotations up away from the rest of the team.
They actually want to get aggressive, though, down bot with the Stampede. Allows the Ogre to set up for the stun. Well, that's all they needed to close the distance. It's a nice kill hunting KP. Well, a little bit low. Doesn't have a whole lot of mana as well to be able to turn and help out Jabs. But it looks like it was just trying to get himself away from the aggression. So nice use of the Stampede there. Nets himself a kill. But they do now know that Mastros doesn't have this, although puts them onto two. Tim's going to end up falling. Mastros is playing out of his mind in this laning stage. And now with the arrow clips on top of this Ven as well. Hoofstomp still on cooldown. Jab's going to come over. It's only 1 point up in the Starstorm, but Gabby, he doesn't have a stun for another 5 seconds here, and along with the Purification, that's on cooldown as well. A perfect lead. Jabs, he blocks the retreat. This man is just styling on them at the moment. Armel's going to TP forward. Finally, they get the king, or do they? Fairy Fire? He's got the real... Oh, it's not enough. The 1-2 sticks, unfortunately, but man, Jabs is... Whew.
Wait, are they even building an urn at all on the team? Okay, they've already got it on KP, yeah. I mean, it makes sense to go into this Orchid, but you got to be getting kills to get the Orchid. It's kind of like a bit ironic here. Oh, they're going in onto Mastros, though. He might have overstayed his welcome for once.
He ran back into the Ven. There's just that last right click with the tower. Yeah, he just ends up costing him his life there, so...
And that makes Masteros's role in this game so important. Needs to constantly be pushing this wave in to make sure that it is obvious when the Sven is off farming things in the jungle. And well, we found an Omni Knight. That's one little bit of information. And now Gabby, he's going to stack up that Ancients a third time and start to farm it up.
DJ will end up falling. Raven's going to get a return kill by the bounty timing. So looks like Zen comes over and snags. It's going to be 1 for 2 overall across the map here, as it will be a lot of pressure force on top, although KP, he's got a haste, and Mastros with the TP unfortunately not available here, so KP is just able to solely bring him down. Armel's even going to come over as well, just in case there's any more reinforcements from FNATIC, which are coming over in the form of the Morphling and also the Ogre as well.
Great timings on the aggression from KP, by the way. All throughout that, Gabby was just taking that gigantic Ancient stack. Now he's able to rotate through to mid. He's going to keep pushing with this siege creep, so right now it's just delaying as much as possible on TNC to make sure that they're not focusing on the Sven.
And TNC, they're looking to turn though. Armel baited out this now with the rotation coming through from the outpost. KP is going to get involved as well. The Moonlight to try and give them some space to retreat away. But the consequence is going to be DJ's life. As meanwhile, we just see Gabby having a very nice time in the jungle. He's able to catch up, but rated there. Want to go back forward, Moon.
Nice disarm.
Finds the Omni, the perfect arrow combo as well. Tim's going to try and disrupt this with the Rolling Thunder. Perfect chain lockdown on the Mirana, and it doesn't have any mana to be able to leap away. So it's a couple of heroes down from Radiant. Had maybe a rougher laning stage, but you just stack him up, and then, yeah, I mean, even then, like, he's laning so strong a lot of the time, but just the comeback potential that he has, it's annoying to watch sometimes as his hero is always around the top of the net worth. But the Centaur, I mean, he's in a bit of pain at the moment here as DJ tries to help out with the stun, but it's not going to be enough there as Armel is able to bring him down. It's going to give them an opportunity maybe to get some vision down as Febi's got a ward looking to drop it a little bit more aggressive. Had a very good start to the game, 2-5-3 at the moment. He does have this blink coming out for the Centaur, so it looks like they want to try and maybe smoke up and make a play happen as Moon also with the MKB.
They've taken the entire jungle away from FNATIC, but Gabby, he might get caught out here. The smoke pops.
Blink forward, and now he's just going to get melted down. Gabby will pay the price, and now they're hunting for more. Mastros with that Stampede, although it looks like with the pings, they want some objectives instead. It's going to be more guaranteed. An easier time for them as they're just going to be able to walk it down, take the T1. KP is showing they can wrap behind as Mastros is already set up at the moment with the counter forward. He'll find the Viper, the perfect chain locked down. They're going to try and get on Febi, but slow stops him from getting in range for the Heavenly Grace. Now Viper's going to end up falling, and now Omni's going to pay the price as well as Febi trying to disengage. Tim's going to be able to disrupt the fight with the Rolling Thunder. It is a 2-for-1 at the moment. Can they continue forward for more though? Armel thinking about running up the high ground straight into the hook stomp. Febi chucks out the ultimate, but it's not going to matter as FNATIC, they punish them from trying to defend this T1 tower without the help of his Ven.
Just being a little greedy and being punished effectively for using mid-tier 1, few heroes, and now this game feels like it's in FNATIC's favor quite comfortably.
They are kind of posturing around the high ground ward that they have at the moment, Radiant. They're coming over to see how they can initiate Mastros, 2-man hook storm. The Shackle as well on top of Gabby, who's just getting shredded by the Wind Ranger though, but the stun provides some distance, moves in trouble. Now Tim's going to roll forward as well. Arrow connects, but Gabby has got the rest of the team here to try and provide some distance. Now Armel with the Tornado, Morphling controlled up, has got the man to be able to get rid of the Orchid, but now he's just completely burned out of mana, and Raven, he's in trouble, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It's 3 down from FNATIC. They even get the vision on Jabs as well. So it looks like this Mirana, can you retreat away? Armel's hunting. He's actually going to try and go down to the southern side near the river.
That Silver Edge DJ is dead.
Nicely done. That's a big fight for Dire. I mean,
And that is... Oh, God Strength's just finishing, but...
Yeah, nice positioning. TNC just answering the request from FNATIC, trying to attempt to fight there. Although real quick, Radiant, I mean, they scout out Armel, who's pushing top with that deep lane ward, so Armel could be in trouble. Although Raven shows, meanwhile, Tim's just gets absolutely melted by Moon down bot. They're still hunting Armel top, is underneath the sentry ward, so Jabs has got set up, and now DJ can follow up with the Fire Blast as well. Does get a multicast, which makes things even sweeter. Although Armel, 2-man Tornado. Morphling should be able to follow up in a couple of seconds with the waveform. Even Master showing up as well, just in case. So now, can they walk into Roche? Yeah, coming over, but Roche is falling pretty low now that Moon showed up with the Focus Fire. Looks like this haven't gone in just yet. They'll give the Heavenly Grace out to KP. He's going to try and push it pretty aggressively, but Aegis, they've already been claimed here from FNATIC. So they're going to trade towers, although it does look Dire thinking about offering up a defense as Tims and Cole are TPing forward. They didn't get that tower fast enough, and now they want to continue defending with the Blink straight on top of the Morphling, but Raven's able to get the Attribute Shift off, and now they still have the Stampede if they want to reset the fight. But on top of the backline, Gabby, he finds the Yoga, Master with the counter initiation. Can they protect DJ? It looks like with the Tornado, however, it's going to clip his life, and now Mastros is trouble as well. Stampede's going to wear off so they can continue chasing forward for more. As Gabby will cleave him down, and now TNC, I mean, even though they're down the ages, they are just looking to take these fights straight head-to-head against FNATIC. Glyph popped here, so TNC recognizing this, they're going to disengage. No one's hitting that bottom tier 2. Right by the bounties as well. Although Raven still hanging around bot. They haven't seen this at the moment. They don't have any vision at the bottom side, but they do also see with that lane ward. Dire well aware that they're posturing aggressively. KP's going to face check this, takes a full brunt to the force with the Focus Fire, and it looks like KP's in trouble though. Febi pops the ultimate, and KP still ticking him down though. It looks like Gabby wants to go back in. God Strength's going to get utilized here, but a nice Shackles time for Moon. They can counter initiate forward as well. The Centaur, can they chain lock him down though? Sven is always going to be able to bounce back and forth with that Superman, and then we go straight on top of the Mirana.
They know Raven's here though. They know Raven is TP'd, but they've got the vision.
They still can fall. Oh my god, the damage from Gabby deals with the first life, and now Tim's can follow up with the Rolling Thunder as well. He's got a couple of positions to be able to bounce back and forth. Just Gabby's damage is so much paired up with the Alacrity, and now they find the Morphling as well. Bounce back once again. Mastros going to try to disrupt the backline, but the real battle is going to be the position once the quick Orchid Raven gets out with thanks to the Mance up, and now they're hunting though. Armel Tornado's up. And Raven just nowhere to run to as this Sven. You can't kite him. And once again, Master still trying to do whatever he can on the backline, but to triple for Gabby and FNATIC, they're going to end up losing 4. And I mean, TNC, they've just been running them left, right, and center across the map. The plays they've made, even though they've been down the ages, has just been so incredible.
Purchased up that Blink Dagger as well, trying to find out anyone farming on their own, but not be lucky. No one on his side of the map even.
See, KP just picked up the Blade Mail as well, so it's going to make it very difficult for the Wind Ranger just to focus down the Viper, but they're going to pop the Moonlight in this high ground. Who can they find, though, on top of the back? Mastros is going to be in trouble here, away from the rest of the team. They had that vision to be able to not have a care in the world about the Moonlight. I know they're hunting for more. As the detection coming through, looks like it's going to be... I mean, they do see DJ, who's going to try and attempt the TP out. Can he get him? They can't. The lane to do a lot across the game at Dota is completely shoved in, top shoved in as well. So, I mean, you're going to be able to try and trade and get an objective out of bot, but the...
Even more, Wind Ranger is, it's all single target focused, right? And he's gone into a Chrysalis, so kind of doubling down on this style. I thought maybe he might opt to go into something like a Hex or something like that, so you can at least, you know, CC someone else while you're trying to burst down a secondary target.
Oh, Moon could be in trouble. Gabby's able to find him, has to pop the BKB more defensively here, and now with the TP out under the cover of the Magic Community.
Bash.
Like Moon is fine, but now off to the western side as well. Arma's going to be careful. They got the ward sentry combination. They're going to try and blink for from Asteros, but where's the fault? They get rid of the Lincolns. Arma protected thanks to the Omni Knight straight on top of the backline. Now with the BKB pop, he's going to try and look to turn with the Tornado. Meanwhile, Gabby going to work on top of DJ, but it's just a position 5 at the moment. They want a better target. It looks like, unfortunately, Centaur, no retreat capabilities. He's going to be dead in this bottom side as he's down for 60. He's got a buyback available. The stun doesn't last for too long. Hang on, this is going to get procced up once again. Now back inside they go. Buyback coming through finally from Centaur, but where's the follow-up stuns? Gabby, he just runs away, and now they can reset because they've got a ward kind of outside the base here, so they're going to be careful. Moon is pushed up.
Might be dead.
Uh-oh. I mean, Gabby without that ultimate, but I mean, there's a Abyssal Blade now picked up on Gabby. He's still got 15 seconds of the ages, and with top shoved in, they're just going to move into the mid wave here. Melee racks down, full set of racks down. I mean, they have Lincoln's, Heavenly Grace, Alacrity, Sven. There is a lot of buffs on this man.
They're even going to be able to take away this this camp from him, or sorry, this outpost. So
Moon.
get that experience.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, sorry, they're going to split it.
Oh, a double damage rune. Oh, Moon. He wants to steal it. He got it. But it could cost him his life now, though. As maybe they were baiting it potentially as Moon. I mean, he doesn't have a buyback.
Yeah.
Just insta tip from Gabby. TNC, they can just siege it down with mid pushed in. Bod's getting shoved in as well. Just once again, look at the steroids that they give over to Gabby. And knowing that he's not buying back, they want to try and end it.
It's so hard to kill anyone. You know, even Armel, he's picked up that Shaco, so he's sitting at 3.3k HP.
They're going to try and move forward on Raven's illusion. KP just controlling with the ATOS, making it difficult for the Morphling to go on top of the backline, where we see Mastros going instantly with the double stun, but it's not going to matter because this has got the follow-up with the Rolling Thunder, and now that Heavenly Grace along with the Guardian Angel just nulling out any damage that the Morphling's able to dish out at the moment as Die just run rampant inside the base. 4 down, Die back on the Mirana. This Morphling hasn't felt like there's been much impact this game at all. It's just Dire. They played the game incredibly methodically as Raven just goes back in on an illusion, unfortunately, so he's going to pay the prices. I mean, he's still got the man to try and play around with that attribute shift as well if he can get back inside the base, but when Ranger's about to be up in 5 seconds, let's see if they can hold thing on FNATIC. TNC, they want to try and reset Gabby. He's still got the cheese in the backpack. They're going to be careful how far they push out here. Morphling, he's got that status resistance and the Heavenly Grace, but then Armel can just go back forward. And there we go. Hex to start. They got the follow-up, but now he's in trouble. Gets a force up for some positioning. Sven's going to fly through with the Superman, but on top of the backline. Wind Ranger getting controlled, so can't find the damage to be able to pick a hero up. Sven falling pretty low. Pops the cheese, but out of the shotgun as well. Morphling will pay the price, but the real question is can you bring down Gabby? Nice 2-man shackle. Raven, he needs to get in range to be able to do something. Actually, Lincoln's pops a replicate, so he's unable to utilize this through this engagement. Dire, they're sticking around a little bit too long here. Let's see if they want to reset, considering FNATIC going to be up in a couple seconds here. They're back in, though. Tim's once again with the Rolling Thunder, just a constant chain lockdown, making it so awkward for them to be able to take these engagements. Raven pops the BKB, is going to try and look to turn to deal with Gabby, but they don't have detection now. Once Armel instead, the BKB is about to expire. Gabby's back in, he's got the ultimate, the cleave as well. It's going to be able to bring down the win range, and now with the Abyssal Blade forward as well. Morphling falling incredibly low. Raven has got the waveform back up. You've got to keep in mind the throne's exposed as well, but what can they do to defend the base? Is Master with the 3-man hoofs on, no detection once again. Gabby's able to turn, he's got the sustain coming through. Master's trying to utilize that flicker, but it looks like that's all she wrote as TNC. An incredible game 1 victory. Gabby gets an ultra to end it 43 minutes in.
How fun of a hero is Sven, huh? This just seems very fun and balanced, especially when you don't even need to worry about popping a BKB until they're all dead, you know? Alchemist, okay. Something a little different here. And you would assume that that's going to be Gabby's Alchemist as well.
Yeah, I guess that's the nice thing from Febby. If he's able to kind of pair it up with that extra astral damage, it's going to give him an extra target to be able to get, you know, the stats from. And I'm kind of surprised FNATIC didn't block the small camp, or at least a camp by that area is Febby. Trying to man fight, but you see, not dealing with the boss, with a little bit of attack slow here. He's going to be able to secure first blood. Will cost him his life though.
Oh, it's totally fine though. First blood, and he took away the salve. Moon's not all that worried, you know. He's able to push out, be a little bit more aggressive.
Armel?
He might have, yeah. So he's going to lightning storm this, perhaps, just to push this wave in. Is around to try and make something happen. It's a win if you can get your creeps underneath the Radiant Tier 1 tower. Sorry, the Dire Tier 1 tower right now.
Arrow does connect on Tim. Jabs again doesn't have a point in the Starstorm already, and Armel's going to commit the ultimate there. So we see DJ falling. It's a lot of emphasis on this mid lane though. A little bit more frequently lately than the Radiance. Is there a reason why? Although DJ might be in trouble. He's got Moon coming over. Fire Blast sets up for the last follow-up stun, but looks like ET is just going to be able to kind of zone them away as they really want to try and pressure out these stacks. Masteros coming over. Wants a kill. Let's see what he can find though. He doesn't have mana at the moment for the Raw, so Masteros going pretty deep, but with the slow, Tims just can't run away. They might be able to, you know, kind of block off any retreat capabilities, even with the rotation for KP. Febby will pay the price. Masteros though, with a mega kill streak, will end up losing it. So 384 gold, and they don't get the stacks as well. Got the Hawk Vision, a nice little wrap around from them. You see Dire are getting set up at the moment. The scan also connects, so they know someone's underneath the tower. Jeb's going to be the one to show. Let's see how they can get the angle though. DJ pops the ward. Nice vision to be able to set up for the Queen of Pain chain lockdown, but it looks like no one's going to follow up here. So Armel, he can just run himself away, even with the blink on cooldown. Beast's going to end up falling off to the eastern side of the fight there, and Gabby now finds the connection and stun on top of DJ. They need to follow up, and it looks like Armel is going to be able to provide that. The damage thanks to the screen, but they're not done. Now that Jabs is a bit stuck down here. Moon's in the tree line as well. Gabby's just going to go forward. The ultimate is about to wear off, and they've got the Infest Bomb as well. Now with the arrow top the mark. Nicely done. FNATIC, they punish this aggressive dive, and Master with the buyback as well is going to find the raw control, locking in KP. And a lot of buybacks forced out here. What more can they get? Armel's actually going to blink on top of the wave. He will attempt the TP to have the Fire Blast up all the damage. Neither will be the case as Armel snags a kill. TP's back to the base.
Totally completed, but only about 550 gold away. With this ancient stack, it should be basically done.
Does look like Radiant going to try and wrap. They've got vision on KP at the moment, even with this back ward as well. So now with the boots of travel, Lesh going to join the mid. KP arrowed up. Febby's going to try and disrupt this, even with a toss from Tims as well. Nicely done. Now Gabby's going to wrap around as well. Finds Masteros. Raw's going to control him. So he'll stun up himself, but now with the backline, Almo's going to try and solo kill off the Marauder. Will be able to do so successfully thanks to this Orchid. He also had an Arcane Rune as well. So this Sonic Wave, lower cooldown, Orchid back up as well. Very nicely done.
Think opt to try and take the tier 1 tower, but Alchemist is just like, you know what, I think I want to farm, you know?
Tims. Yeah, they want more blood though, but the blink forward, Abbott, toss back, Armel even trying to deal with the Ogre Magi is just going to TP out, but it looks like Masteros is in a whole world of pain. They even had the ward, I believe, scouting out Raven, but that's going to be a little bit more tricky of a kill. Instead, they're going to go back and now they've even got the Aegis as well on top of TNC, which looks like they're going to give over to Armel instead. So, I mean, Radiant, they are going to smoke up. Sorry, with the Moonlight Shadow. They're going to walk up the high ground, but they do have a nice ward at the moment scouting out the Alchemist, but I mean, KP's position at the moment is just so aware. And they're going to try and move forward, but where's the rest of the damage coming through? Infest Bomb's going to come. Gabby pops at the BKB, but the ultimate's a little bit too late. But now Dire, they can still continue with the fight with the damage that's skyrocketing it out from the combo. Armel along with Febby going to help drop down 3. They do have the second life, and Tims can jump back forward, lacking a little bit of mana, but pops the stick, and now Mastros is in trouble with the Avatos combination. Beastmaster's going to end up falling to the 4th death here from FNATIC. They do, I mean, they get the Alchemist, you get the Ages, you also kind of force out a 10-second BKB, which kind of feel pretty nice there.
The Pulse Nova toggling trick, like if you actually press it at a certain time, you do a good amount more damage. It just uses up a whole lot more mana, but it felt like with him standing in the middle of that fight, it was always going to be a pretty high risk that he was going to go down.
Well, Moon will be able to get a kill on top of Tim's down bot, utilizing the Beastmaster summons, but Armo wants a little bit more revenge here. Blinks in, Orchid Sonic Wave, monster kill streak, and Tim is like, alright, well played, thank you sir, a little bit of revenge, I'll trade that any day of the week. Oh, nice scan. Scouts out this smoke, and we'll see if they want to try and group up and protect the high ground, potentially Die. They're going to counter smoke themselves. Gabby, the bait at the moment. He's got a DD in the bottle as well. Pops the ultimate instantly. Atos going to get disjointed as well, but Armel's going to blink aggressively forward. He's got to be careful. Where's this defensive factor coming through? Tim's with the toss, but it's not enough. And now Gabby as well really wants to punish this movement. How with the double damage rune. Raven, he's in trouble. Gets infested up. Buyback from the Mirana as well. Jabs wants to rejoin them, but it looks like Die, can they retreat away without losing too many heroes? Unfortunately, that's not going to be the... As we do see KP falling, and even in top of the river as well. Tiny's going to get caught out by the arrow. So nicely done from FNATIC. Just, you know, the aggressive blink there from Almel really costing them, even though they had the ward on the high ground. So do have to keep in mind about the Beastmaster potential with the Hawks. So if TNC are able to hold their high ground with sentries, which they have done so far, but they're going to smoke up. Let's see if they can find the initiation. Gabby's going to move forward. Tim's as well frontlining. DJ, though, they're not really the target they want, but maybe that pickoff can just lead them Roche, although Tim's, he's still hunting, though. Radiant, they got the wall in the backline. Tim's could be in trouble with the force off. Gets him out of the arrow range, and now the rage is about to wear off, so Mastros is protected. Now Moon actually on top of the backline deals with Tim's. Mastros actually linking, so pops the roll, and now Armor with the Sonic Wave going to provide the distance. Raven, he's actually stuck on the high ground. No, the Sonic Wave. Can they do anything about it, though? It would just TP out, but in the end, it's a 3 for 2. So maybe what they were needing to move forward, and it looks like now without getting the arrow, they're unable to do anything.
Try to steal the cheese.
Jabs might go for it, actually. Leaps in. What's he gonna get?
Oh,
nothing. Nada. He'll pay the price. Bumkiss? What's that one?
Means nothing. Yep, and that's exactly what Gabby does.
FNATIC? They're hunting, though. Who does Mastros want to jump? Straight on top of KP. Raw sets off for the arrow. So I get 1 kill, down for 70. They're hunting for more, unfortunately. Raven just picks up this Abyssal Blade as well, so they're going to try and Moonlight with this here. They can jump, but I mean, just the high ground positioning with the ward, it's going to be so difficult. Raven's going to try and frontline. They got the vision, actually. Mastros with the initiation. Can they protect out the Alchemist? They're going to try and move forward, but it gets the ultimate now. They're going to try and look to turn to massive Sonic Wave. But where's the thought? Moon with the protection of the BKB. It's just going to try and disengage, but they've already lost 2. And FNATIC, they might be in trouble of losing more as well. Moon gets inside, infested up as the life stealer as well, but gonna have to try and mount some form of defense here as a full set of racks now claim mid, and they're going to end up heading to top as well. With the Beastmaster down for an extra, you know, with the 15 seconds at the moment, they really don't have an easy way to initiate. So the Alchemist, unfortunately, that initiation just wasn't top notch from FNATIC to enable that.
Yeah, I mean, they got a decent pick off through use of the Hawk there onto the high ground, but yeah, at the end of the day, you just... If it's not a core, it doesn't...
Blink forward, they find the Moronic here and just shoving out the damage. Dabs will fall, and they just kind of double back. Elk's now picked up an Aghanims as well, so Blink forward potentially with the Beastmaster, but they don't have the follow-up stun lock with the arrow, which they were really requiring.
KP's got the Ags now, so perfect thing to try and deal with the lifestealer. Just kite him out for the duration of the range.
There we go. Blink forward, they get the roll. Abyssal Blade as well, but Force Up's going to provide the distance. Elk, got to be careful. Toss further away, but now with the Echo Slap Burst, but a combination. TNC, they double back, baiting out Gabby. It just costs them everything, as they'll call it quits. TNC take it 2-0, and this is a big series to take down as well. The good old El Clasico in the Southeast Asia region, just 2-0ing FNATIC, which is a big series victory to start them off in the group stages.